up? My name is Eric, and I'm going to guide you through today's upper body session. If you haven't been here before and you've never done an upper body session, here's a quick rundown of what the workout's going to look like. We're going to start off with a prep section in order to get the shoulders burning, right? We're going to get them warmed up and ready to move. From there, we're going to do some activation. Today's activation is very focused on upper body mobility. The last section, our work section, is going to be a great triple set. We'll talk more about that as we get into it. Let's get after it with movement number one. I'm just going to start off neutral stance. I'm going to roll my shoulders up, roll my shoulders back, and then roll my shoulders down. So I roll them forward, up, back, and then down. And I'm just trying to make a big, smooth circle. Just getting the juices flowing. Like I said, getting ready to get ready. So after about 10 reps, let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Really opening up those shoulders. Then I'm going to go forward, rolling all the way around, getting the shoulders nice and loose. So that's about 5. Again, I'm going to do about 10 reps. 3, 2, 1. Then I'm going to go into a full arm circle. Now, I want you to follow me and don't rush this. I want to break this down. So I'm going to turn the palms facing up, and then I'm going to start to bring the arm overhead. Now, it's important that as I bring the arm overhead, that I don't allow my chest to overextend. So I need to make sure that I'm squeezing through my midline. I'm going to reach as far up as I can. At that top position, notice I try to make sure the bicep is touching the ear, core is engaged. I'm going to start to twist the hand until the palm is facing back. I square my midline up, and then I'm just going to reach as far back as possible. Scrape through the bottom of the ground, and then that's 1 repetition. So again, I rotate, palm facing up. I'm reaching all the way overhead. Now it's important that I take my time and I make sure that I'm not flaring in the elbow or bending in the elbow, that I'm really reaching as tall as I can. And then again, I'm going to hit that rotation, trying to rotate that palm all the way back before I even start reaching back. So what do I mean by be square in the hips? When I get to this top position, some of us want to start twisting back like this. So that's a little bit easier, but we want to avoid that. We want to try to put most or all the stretch into our shoulders. So another common error here is when I get to this top position, we start to drive the head forward. It feels like the arms are higher than they really are, but we need to keep the chin tall, ribs down, and arms or shoulders doing all of the action. I'm reaching all the way back through, and then now I'm going to go the opposite way. So this time I'm going to turn my palm facing up as soon as I can, and I'm just going to roll all the way around. So same concept, turn the palm facing up, square the ribs. That's 2. I'm going to do 1 more, rotating and reaching all the way around. I'm going to switch over to the opposite side, getting ready to get ready. Ooh, there's the grinding and popping. So I'm doing my best just to reach overhead, slowly rotate all the way around. Notice my palm's facing back again, and then I just repeat. So this is my 3rd rep already. Now I'm going to go back the opposite way. I'm just reaching overhead, making sure I pass the bicep by the ear, and I'm just going to repeat number 2, and then last rep, number 3. When it comes to shoulder range of motion, the scapula is like the thing to focus on. So the first thing we're going to do is an invisible or standing scapula push-up. I'm going to start with my arms out in front of me like this, and what I want to do is push away as much as I can, and then I'm going to pinch my shoulders. Now the hard part is not changing shapes. So I'm not changing shapes. I'm just moving my arms, keeping them nice and straight. So I'm not bending. I'm keeping them nice and straight. And I'm shifting them forward and backwards. I'm reaching forward, pinching, pushing. Pinching, pushing. So again, no movement in the head, trying to keep the head still. All the action coming from the arms. Give me 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Now I'm going to pull the elbows back. Once I pull the elbows back, I'm going to rotate forward or up. And then I'll just come right back where I came from. So keeping my arms in a T, I'm just going to pull my elbows as far back as I can, pinching my shoulder blades. Then I'm going to rotate, roll my hands up, trying to make this 90-degree goalpost. Again, look at the chest and ribs. I got to make sure I'm keeping that tight and reaching back only from the shoulders. Keep the arms high. That's going to start warming things up. Let's say this is 5. We are halfway there. And if your shoulders are feeling like mine, we're starting to feel the burn. Give me 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Now watch this. Rotate, press all the way overhead. Give your arms a little bit of a break. Pull back, rotate, press, get your arms all the way overhead, squeeze the core down, and repeat. And then just pull, rotate, press. Pull, rotate, press. If you need the break, come down, shake it out. If you can, just go in a circle. So hit this, drive it all the way up, take it back. Keep the shoulders engaged or pinching back throughout this whole movement. 5 more. 5. Feeling the burn. 4. 3. Come on, 2 more. 2. Last rep. All right, so on this next one, shoulders on fire. Take one hand, put it behind your back. So this is internal rotation of the shoulder. From here, I'm going to make my hand hello, right? I'm going to make a 90-degree angle. So I'm facing forward, and what I'm going to do is I have the thumb lined up with my nose, and I'm just going to rotate, and as I rotate, I'm just going to open up my arms. And just that rotation makes it tough for you to really reach back, creating some resistance. And I'm just going to shift back. Now, if this is hurting the knees, you can kind of pivot on the feet. That's all good. And stand on your toes. The stretch will be a little bit further, but that's all good. And then again, I'm going to switch to the other side. I'm just doing 5 and 5 on this one. And this one just feels great on this right shoulder. I'm focusing on keeping it rolled back as I rotate. Last rep here for the prep section. Oh boy. All right. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a big inhale, a big exhale, and I'm going to fold over. I'm going to walk my hands out. So I'm going to lower down onto my stomach. Now, this activation section, we're going to start off with the arms in a T position. And I'm going to roll away from you first so you can see what's going on with this bottom arm. What I want to do is I'm going to start by bending my right leg. So I bend my right leg off, and then I'm going to lift my heel up as high as I can. So there's a bonus hip stretch here, and we don't want to forget it. From here, I'm going to start to roll over to my left side, lengthening through the arm. And I'm just going to drive this foot around all the way until the foot touches the ground. From here, I'm going to work on driving the knee open. So for some of us, this might be strong enough of a stretch. So I'm just working on driving this knee open, rotating through the chest. The common error here is we don't want to allow this arm to get low, right? So we want to make sure that we keep it up in this T position. And then from here, if you need a little bit more, what you're going to do is you're going to take a big inhale, a big exhale, and you're just going to rotate this right hand as high as you can. And then you're just going to roll over. You're going to hit center, right? You're going to pull this arm in. This arm's going to help us out to start this side off. Bend the left leg this time. Drive it up, think scorpion, and then just drive it all the way over until that foot is planted on the ground. Then I work on opening up the knee For some of us, we just hang out here and smile. For some of us, we work on lifting the arm to increase the range. And then I'm just going to roll side to side. I'm going to do 3 reps on each side. And I'm just rolling back and forth. So that was 2. Each side counts as 1. I'm going to do 1 more on each side just for good luck. Again, driving the heel over, planting the foot, opening up the knee, and then rotating up. Now some pros, if you're super bendy, might be able to clasp the hand to the other hand all the way back there. I cannot quite do that yet. Presently struggle with. 1 more. But don't hold yourself back because of me. So that's the first movement. From here, we're going to do what we call the open book. I press myself up, and then I'm just going to loop my right hand under my left arm. From here, I'm going to bend my left knee, right? And then I'm going to trap my left knee on the ground. So I trap my left knee on the ground. I'm going to reach forward, and then I'm going to take a big inhale, big exhale. And my goal is to rotate until my elbow touches the ground. I like to do all 3 on one side before I switch sides. Now, you may notice that this foot was leaving, or that knee was leaving the ground a little bit. So, an option to scale would be grab a pillow. So if I grab a pillow, and then so now I come back to the center, and then now I sweep the left arm underneath, and I can take the knee and place the knee on the pillow. And that will make the movement easier. So if you're a little bit stiffer, if you're a little bit tighter, grab a pillow, a yoga block, something to just kind of help you out. All right, so that's 3 reps. I'm super tight on this side, so I'm going to leave the pillow here just in case I need it. I'm going to go right back into that rotating angel. So I'm just going to take one leg, lift it up. This time I'm going to start on the opposing side, opening up the leg, reaching. Now we like to do 2 rounds of this activation section because you're going to see the improvement in range. So this round should feel better than the last round. You should feel a little bit looser. You should be able to go just a little bit further in your stretches. And that's the improvement that we're looking for. That's what's going to make lasting change. All right, I'm weaving the hand underneath. And then again, I'll show you from this side. I could use this pillow to just kind of help modify. Big exhale. So I'm able to be a little bit stricter and make sure this knee is not coming off the ground. Rolling over. Same concept. Now I got the right knee down. Right elbow rotates over. 3 reps. All right, and that is the activation section. All right, guys, so I want to give you guys a quick breakdown of all 3 movements that we're going to be doing in our work section. So option number 1, movement 1, is the press back push-up. So I'm going to go press back. I'm going to come forward. I'm kneeling. I bring my elbows in and I go all the way to the bottom of the push-up, chin, chest, and hips touching the ground, and then I go right back where I came from. So that's option number 1. Option number 2, do half of a push-up. So as I go from this press back, I'm going to come up off my knees, and then I'm going to lower down slow to the bottom of the push-up, chin, chest, hips touch. Then I'm going to let my knees touch as I come into the press back position. And then I'm just going to repeat. Now the full version is the goal. All the way down, press it back. All the way down, press it back. Movement number 1 is the press back push-up. Movement number 2 is going to give us a little bit of a break in between. You're going to put your hands behind you. We're going to do a table press. Going to give you guys some options. So option number 1 or goal for the day is stay parallel, stay even on the ground, and just work on lifting your hips as high as possible. So we're just opening up the shoulders, lifting the hips. Now, if I want more, what I'm going to do is I will take my feet and I will actually raise them up. So raising my feet and then now lifting up will become much more difficult. So I'll come here, I'll lift up. Now, if I'm having a hard time getting my shoulder blades to roll back and able to keep my arms straight, then I will come over to a chair, a raised surface like a couch, and I will do the exact same thing. So just good, roll the shoulders back, press the hips high, and then work on lowering down slow and controlled. The third movement is the beast walk. Now on the beast walk, what you got to do is you got to create the tension. So I'm going to be in a beast position. My shins are parallel to the ground. My shoulders are stacked over my wrists. I'm going to pull and I'm going to rotate. Pull and I'm going to rotate. So I got to pinch my shoulder blade, get it all the way back, and work on keeping the core stable as you shift and rock from side to side. So it's all about creating tension. You don't need any load here, just movement. Like I said, we're going to do 45 seconds worth of movement. We're going to rest for 15 seconds, and we're going to do 3 sets of this. Are you guys ready? I hope so. 45 seconds on the clock. Let's go press back, push up. So again, choose an option that works for you. I'm still feeling fresh. Going to take the knees off the floor. Don't let the ego get to you though. 45 seconds is a lot of work. Pressing the hips back, keeping the spine flat as I press back. So there's a bonus squat. So I get low here and then I lean forward into my push-up. Press it back. We got about 10 seconds to keep moving. I'm starting to feel the bow. So I'm pressing back on the knees now, but I'm going to keep on moving. And whew. All right, movement number 1 in the books, 15 seconds to rest or transition, going right into those table presses, rolling the shoulders back, lifting the hips. So this is kind of that reset movement. What does that mean? That means try to catch your breath. Try to slow things down here. Really work on gaining some extra flexibility, keeping the arms nice and straight. So again, you have the option of raising the feet. I put my feet up on that couch, become harder, or raising the hands. So raising the hands will make this much easier. I'm just going to choose a progression that allows me to move for 45 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right. Whew. Last move, first round. We got the beast row coming at you. 3, 2, 1. Bam. Hitting the plank, rowing back. So I pretend I have a cord, and I'm rowing back. No equipment needed. Just row. Really pinch the shoulder blade. Rotate. Pull through the body. There's a big time core element to this movement, so I'm trying to keep my back nice and flat, nice and stable. I'm not allowing my hips to run away from the good stuff. Shift forward, activate the legs. It's an upper body workout, but we want to work everything as a unit. 5 more seconds on round 1. Stay with me, guys. Woo! Round 1 in the books. Catching my breath. Whew. Getting ready for round 2. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Fresh again. Back to those press back push-ups. Press it back. forward. You got this. So I'm trying to move for the full 45 seconds, but I'm not rushing these push-ups. Meaning I want to go slow on the way down, pause at the bottom, press it back up. Take a little breath here. Take it back to the front position. And then keep on moving. I'm getting tired, but I got 10 seconds left on the clock. So I'll drop the knees, but I'll keep the press back action. And that's my break. Flipping it over. And ready for those tabletop presses. The arms are going to be behind me. I'm going to rotate back from here. I'm just going to lift the chest. That's the end of my break. Enough talking, coach. Just trying to open up the shoulders, the chest, a little hip action. Again, we like these movements that use the body as a system. It's just how the body works. 20 seconds left. All you got to do is move. Another way, really get something out of this is straighten the legs out here. So if I pinch and then I extend my legs, this will be much more difficult. Woo-wee. All right, bistro, round in the corner for round number 2. Got about 10 seconds to catch your breath. 3, 2, 1. Getting after it. Leaning forward. Big pull. Again, keeping this bottom arm nice and straight. Trying to picture that I got a glass of wine on my back. I'm just trying to keep it flat. Big push through that bottom arm. Big pull through the top arm. When I get to the top, I flex and I hold for a second before I go back. It's not a rushed movement. You gotta get the flex. About 5 seconds left. Stay with me. Woo! And time. Round 2. Woo! That's done. We are on to round 3. Press back, push up last round. Don't die on me now. 3, 2, 1, go. So here's the time to focus on strength. Slow lowers. Once you get to the bottom, use the knees to help you back up. Use progressions to help you keep moving. I know you're tired by round 3, but you gotta keep moving. Brushing the elbows along the side of the body. Pressing it back up. Got about 20 seconds left. I'm feeling a second wind. So these last 10 seconds, I'm going to bang out the real thing. If you've been doing full press back push-ups, I commend you. That's the good shit. Press it back. Forward lean. Low, low. Saved by the bell. All right, movement 1. Damn. 2 more movements to go. About 1.5 minutes left of this work section. Roll the shoulders back. From here, big lift. So I'm lifting the chest, rolling the shoulder backs first. I also want to avoid dropping the chin here. So I want to keep the chin neutral. Really lift. Pause at the top. I believe 15 seconds, guys. 45 seconds. I warned you. It's a long time to move, but you can do it. 5 seconds. We are feeling the burn. Saved by the bell. 1 more move. We got the beast row coming at you. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Leaning it forward, pulling back on that invisible rope. visible lawnmower, whatever you got, whatever you need to keep you motivated, keep you moving. 15 seconds down, 30 to go. Remember, this is the last move. After this, we gotta cool it down. The victory lap is right around the corner. Don't rush. Hold for a second before you step it back down. We're 10 digits or 10 seconds away. 5, 3, 2, and time. Dropping the knees down. We're going to bring it down to the stomach for the cool down. So just the way that we started the day off, we worked on this Cuban or 90-degree open shoulder position. Some of us get tight in the pecs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll over onto my side. And I have 90-degree at the elbow. My right hand is inside. You'll see that when I do the other side. But I'm going to take a big breath. And I'm going to take a big exhale. And my goal is to get my shoulder to touch the ground. And I'm just going to rotate and lift through the chest. And then breathe. And I'll just rotate and try to open as much as I can. It's all about the breath here. Feels great after a long upper body workout. Hit 90 degrees again. Bam. Pull the knee in. Inside arm comes down. Lift and rotate through the chest. This end's a little looser. So this little gap that I have between my shoulder and the floor, that's what I'm working on eliminating. If yours is already touching, work on rotating more through the chest. We're just breathing here. Two more breaths. Checking to make sure my elbow's still at that 90-degree angle. Pressing the shoulder, elbow into the ground. Last breath. Woo! Thank you guys for joining us for this workout. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Comment below, leave your feedback, recommend this workout to a friend. Show them what FlipFlix is all about. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.